Hi, my name is Ntiga Zweni, and this is day one of grinding to a millionaire. So today I had a thought that changed my entire perspective on life, and it was during this time frame that I realized I should start recording this entire journey to prove to others that it's possible. But as I prove that it's possible, I also want to gain and give back to the world and let the Lord use my pockets to help others. So, in the midst of this, I shall show you my journey. Oh yeah, and a couple years back, 2023, nearing the end, I started learning how to trade. I managed to learn a couple things or two, but 2024, I decided to invest into my first trading account. And as I invested into that account, I can tell you it didn't go as planned. But I lost, well, didn't go as planned, but I kept learning through the entire journey. And as I was learning, I kept losing a lot of money, which got me thinking, what what would happen one day if I actually succeeded? Would I change personalities? Would I become a different person? But I realized none of that would happen. Well, it's only to find out during this entire journey. So as of now, I'm recording my first video, and I'm gonna do a screen recording of how far I took this year. But back to what I was saying, 2024, the entire year was spent studying the forex industry, and I can tell you, during the primary years, well, during our entire life actually growing up, I realized that I'm not meant for school. I'm not meant for the matrix. And I learned a lot from too many people, and I realized if I continued this school system, I'd end up broke and couldn't fulfill my childhood dream of getting out of the hood and fulfilling all my goals. So the whole point after my entire journey trading was that I could learn the hardest skill. It was about changing yourself and improving as a fellow human. As I improve, as I improved, actually, I even started working out. And as I started working out, I realized, yeah, this is working out very well for me. I studied. Now, beginning of 2025, I decided that it's time to go and study demo instead of just contemplating about all these trades. I need to start actually putting in some demo effort so that I can see all my good trades and all my bad trades, like I learned from Alex, FX LXG. He taught me that if he gave you a punch card, a demo punch card, and a real punch card, and you got 20 free tests on the punch card that is demo, and you lost 10 trades but won another 10, you would learn from how you lost those 10 trades, and those 10 profitable trades you would learn from too, and keep that, send it to the real card, learn from that, improve from that, and then take it to the real card to have full profitable than what you got before. So in that midst of learning everything he was teaching me, I also learned that I needed to succeed because I had mental issues. I don't know. At my age, I had real mental issues that I figured out if I could find a way to make myself happy, and I've been such an inspirational person. I loved inspiration and so forth, but as I got too inspired sometimes, I would start being a bit disrespectful, and I've learned from those mistakes. But as I was saying, 2025 created a demo account. I grinded first before doing what I did the past 2 years. I grinded. And to mention, I lost a lot of money during the real account that I used on MetaTrader 5. But right now, I'm using Exynos to practice properly because I feel like it's much easier to learn from and much easier to simplify. As I did that, I started with a demo that was 10,000 in a demo. It was $10,000, and as I studied with all these different type of strategies, I realized all these trading, I'm not gonna say gurus, but all these trading mentors have been using these overcomplicated things. So as I went through this entire journey, I realized scalpers have the most luck since they can predict it and it will come true, but they lack risk, they lack patience to wait for the trade to turn positive. And as I did all of that, I realized all that studying focused on all that. I realized that the market is easy. As long as there is a green candle right behind a red candle, you can put yourself a sell and it will definitely go down. It might not go down by a large margin, but it will go down to a significant amount to get you a profit. But this is where the risk comes in. During all my scalping, decide to risk 30 to 50% of my account. The reason I did that was so that I can either trust my trading strategy or just give up. Because one man once taught me that it's either you go big or go home. So after that, I realized I was growing my account from $10,000 to $300,000. It was a crazy jump. And as I jumped, I realized, okay, this is a good thing. And I and then the following day, I made a small little loss. No, I think, yeah, it was a small little loss. And then the day after that, I don't know, I just went full margin on Bitcoin. I don't know, I was feeling risky. And then I came out with 3.5, $3.8 million. And as of a freaking first timer with your own strategy, that feels good to make sure that the strategy is working. But as I realized my strategy was working, I had more faith. So I decided to temper it even more. I decided that I would put in more margin. And as I did that, I kept making 100K a day, 200K. It even led to 400K days, 300K days. And then on which days I made, and this was in the midst of 1 month. Today's date is Saturday, 19th July. On the 14th of July, 2025, I turned my my $3 million account to $10 million in the past month. And I did this because, yeah, before January to June, I kept practicing and I practiced my strategy too much, and it actually profited me. And as it profited me, I realized I also had downsides, because the downsides was that I also accidentally lied to my friend. Let me not say accidentally, I lied to my friend, made him believe his account was real money, and I kind of felt bad after got exposed that it was not actually real money. He felt betrayed. I apologized to him, but as in the midst of all of that, I realized I was also having problems with my family, but I mostly, I don't know. See, when I looked at my mother every day, I looked at the woman that I wanted to give my everything to growing up. I don't know. I remember this one memory. We were in my dad's car. Back in the day, we were passing by these crazy beautiful houses. And I would say to myself, one day my mom will live in a house so beautiful. She will thank the heavens for having a son like me. And so, in the midst of this, I also learned that I also had issues as to why my mom did what she did. I know it's just a teenage brain, there's not wanting to understand, but I understand now and I realized that I was a total idiot, a total hypocritic son for her not wanting me, for me not wanting her to teach me the right way. But I think the only thing that made me not want to learn from her anymore was the entire trading thing, and now she didn't like it in the first place. But in the midst of all of this, I learned and I'm trying to improve more on agreeing with my mother. And yeah, this is the first day, and I shall keep on grinding. I'll also share I'll also do a screen recording of my my trades from the past month, and it's crazy how I grew that with only just one simple strategy, and it took me so far in life. And I'm super grateful for everything I have, for everyone that supported me, especially my older sister Oyama. She was a very big support in this journey, and my brother too. He's also getting back into this trading thing after I tried to convince him why I did this. I didn't want him to lose as much as I did. I want to explain that too. I lost because I came in just like him. I came in unprepared, unknowledged, and yeah, I lost over 500. And to me, that day, that was a lot of money. And knowing him, he's probably gonna dump thousands. And I told him straight, I don't want him to do that because he's gonna lose all his money. And he understood me, and he just said, I should have just told him the truth in the first place. He would have understood. And I realized that's where I sometimes lack trust in people, because my entire life I grew up knowing that you can't trust everyone. But I'm growing into a better person every day. I want to thank my family, and also want to thank my dad. My dad has been the biggest support. He's the one who funded everything that I ever wanted to do in life. My dad funded my first business, actually. Oh, and also, I also want to address something. I don't know, I don't want to be seeming like I'm claiming titles already, but the goal at the end of this entire journey must be to achieve entrepreneur, trader, businessman, philanthropist, and millionaire. And I think those are goals that are super achievable. But, and as I say, I want to thank everyone. And yeah, I'll show the recording of all my past trades. I'll just need to get that done with. And this is title 1. I might have my brother in my second video. But yeah, this is a journey where it will be a personal thing. So I'll see you guys after grinding this current trades that I'm waiting to open again on Monday, because the market is acting crazy. I just profited from a loss last night, and I forgot that last night was Friday and I was supposed to close the trade. But as I looked at the trade, I realized that I was profiting 193,000, and I realized, shit. And also left the trade now in Bitcoin, since Bitcoin is open 24/7. I also opened the trade there. also might have a fever. But yeah, I'm gonna just show y'all the screen recording, and yeah, that's it for me. And I'll finish making my bed, wash my brother's shoes, and what? Me and my brother's shoes, bathe, and see if I can find my bro at his place today. But I don't think I'll go. Oh, I also have to pee. But as of now, I just did a couple push-ups. I don't know, but I thought I would be grinding this month, but I realized I also have girl problems. Yeah, a lot of big girl problems. But in the midst of this, I also wanted to address that this journey will be filmed with a lot of tears, effort, and a lot of arguments between the people I love and the people who support me and my haters. I will be getting into a lot of fights this year. I do not proclaim that. I do not advise myself to do that. But in the future, I want myself to remember I started this journey for financial freedom, to be able to buy my dad all the cars he wants. And that's all from me. Bye.